We're tackling the Scrum Framework, a critical component of the Agile approach frequently tested on your PMP exam. Since at least half the exam covers Agile and hybrid approaches, mastering Scrum is non-negotiable. Let's start with the 3 essential roles. First, the product owner, who is the voice of the customer and is solely responsible for managing the product backlog. On the exam, if you see a question about prioritizing features or defining the product vision, the answer is always the product owner. A common exam trap is suggesting a committee prioritizes the backlog. This is incorrect. Next is the Scrum Master, who is a servant leader and facilitator. Their main job is to remove impediments, coach the team in Scrum, and protect them from outside distractions. The PMP exam will test this by presenting scenarios where the Scrum Master acts like a traditional directive project manager. Always choose the answer that portrays them as a facilitator who empowers the team. Finally, there's the development team. They are a self-organizing, cross-functional group that does the work. They own the Sprint Backlog and decide how to accomplish the work. A trick question might imply the project manager or Scrum Master assigns tasks. Remember, the team pulls work from the Sprint Backlog themselves. Now for the events, or ceremonies. Everything happens within a sprint, which is a time-boxed iteration, usually 2 to 4 weeks long. Each sprint begins with sprint planning. Here, the entire Scrum team collaborates to decide what work can be done, creating the Sprint Backlog as its output. Once the sprint starts, the development team holds a daily Scrum or daily stand-up. This is a 15-minute, time-boxed meeting for the team to synchronize their activities and plan for the next 24 hours. It is not a status report for stakeholders. At the end of the sprint, 2 events occur. The first is the sprint review, an informal meeting where the team demonstrates the working product increment to stakeholders. The focus here is on the product itself. The second event is the Sprint Retrospective. This is where the team inspects its own processes and identifies improvements for the next sprint. The PMP exam loves to test the difference. Sprint review is about the product. Sprint retrospective is about the process. The key artifact to understand is the Sprint Backlog. It is a subset of the product backlog and contains the specific items the team commits to completing in a single sprint. It is a plan by and for the developers. Unlike the ever-evolving product backlog, the Sprint Backlog is relatively fixed for the duration of the sprint. To keep these roles straight, use this mnemonic. The product owner owns the what, the development team owns the how, and the Scrum Master owns the process. This simple phrase can help you dissect complex scenario questions on exam day. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.